I'd like to talk about another one of Joe Biden's hashtag girl boss picks, the diversity swamp picks. And this is Avril Haines being Avril Haines is being selected to head the Department of National Intelligence. And I would like to take a look at two articles. We're going to take a look at two different articles, and we're going to take a look at how this pick is covered in mainstream media versus how this pick is covered in left media. All right. And I just want you to see the differences and get a visceral feel for how our mainstream media, how pathetic of a job they do. So this is an opinion piece in CNN, but published on CNN by Samantha Vinograd, and this was published on November 24th, 2020. It's titled, Avril Haines' appointment will make America and the world safer. And just an editor's note here so that you can see that this isn't just some random opinion piece here. I think that it's important to note that Samantha Vinograd, this is an editor's note put here. So an opinion piece. Let's see who Samantha Vinograd is. Samantha Vinograd is a CNN national security analyst. So this is a national security analyst. She should know what she's talking about, right? This is somebody that covers this for a living, okay? She covers national security for a living, all right? I'm just some bum on YouTube. She covers this stuff for a living on CNN, all right? She's a senior advisor at the University of Delaware's Biden Institute, which is not affiliated with the Biden campaign, okay? Vinograd served on President Barack Obama's National Security Council from 2009 to 2013 and at the Treasury Department under President George W. Bush, okay? So this is the way these people work. It's like goes from George W. Bush's administration into Barack Obama's administration, from Treasury Department under George Bush to national security under Barack Obama. All right. So let's take a look at what Samantha Vinograd has to say. Let's see her analysis of Avril Haines. Okay. For almost 4 years, President Donald Trump has trashed the American intelligence community. I'm reading from the article here. He's appointed political acolytes to top national security jobs, pilloried expert analysis, and polluted intelligence with his personal politics. But with President-elect Joe Biden's nomination of Avril Haines as Director of National Intelligence, we will soon have a reliable expert leading our intelligence community. Okay? Oh, it touches the heart. Okay, so you can see a picture of Samantha Vinograd there, you know. White women supporting white women out here. All right. So Vinograd continues, I know Haines. When I was a staffer at the White House National Security Council during President Barack Obama's administration, she and I were often two of the last people left on the White House compound each night. As the National Security Council's top lawyer, Haines worked seemingly nonstop to advise the National Security Advisor and the president on legal considerations associated with national security decisions. Working beside her for several years, I saw the intellect, focus, leadership, and dedication she brought to national security policymaking. Her incredible background, including her love of science, flying planes, and brown belt in judo, may read like a movie script, but it's real. So she's talking about her incredible background. We're going to talk about her incredible background soon from a left perspective, all right? But I just want you to really put a pin in this right here, right? It says, her incredible background, including her love of science. I don't know what the hell that means to a National Security Council. Why do I care about her love of science? Love of science, flying planes, and brown belt in judo. What the fuck does that have to do with being the director of national intelligence? The fact that you're a fucking brown belt in judo or you fly planes. Jesus. Okay, I'll try to get through this. Later, the article continues. Later, When she served as deputy assistant to the president and deputy counsel to the president for national security advisor, and then as the deputy director of the CIA, so many of our former colleagues, including many of us women, knew the skill set she brought to bear. After serving as the first female deputy director of the CIA, oh yay, we get hashtag girl boss coup, hashtag lady coup, hashtag coochie. Yo, I want that. Yo, can somebody hashtag that? I feel like I'm motherfucking John Oliver up in this. Like we need to get that hashtag trending. Hashtag coochie. All right. So after serving as the first female deputy director of the CIA, she is the first ever female nominee for the director of national intelligence job. But it's not only her gender that makes her nomination remarkable. It's what, if confirmed, she could do in her new role. Under Trump, the DNI has become grossly politicized. Richard Grenell, the former ambassador to Germany, who served a stint as acting director at DNI this year, was a right-wing political force before, during, and after his time. Was a right-wing political force before, during, and after his time. Current DNI John Radcliffe has painted himself into a similar politicized box, seemingly serving more as a political surrogate for the Trump administration than the leader of an integrated and apolitical intelligence community. Apolitical intelligence community. These people, she was the deputy director of the CIA. These assholes go all around the world committing coups in black and brown countries all over the world, but they're somehow apolitical. These neoliberals are somehow painted as apolitical. Kiss my ass. They are not apolitical. All right, I got to get through it. She goes on to say about the Trump appointees, their actions are a disgrace to the role of the DNI, which rests on providing apolitical, objective, and unbiased intelligence to their customers. Customers. I didn't know that we needed customers for the DNI. The DNI has customers? Who's paying these assholes? Like, who are their customers? Haines could not be any more different. Among her other accomplishments, she's a skilled lawyer, a physicist, and has been described by a colleague as someone who, quote, may quite literally be the nicest person any of us have ever met, end quote. Just again, you got to put a pin in this, all right? May quite literally be the nicest person any of us have ever met. I can confirm that kindness and her overwhelming drive to always get the best information. In the time that I worked with her, I never once heard her mention politics or party or anything of that sort. Instead, she showed up prepared with copious notes at each and every meeting. She wanted to help inform policy decisions, not play politics or try to get herself into the public spotlight. I never once heard her tell a policymaker what she thought they wanted to hear, further confirming what she said in her remarks on Tuesday, that she, quote, never shied away from speaking truth to power. That's why the intelligence community needs her more than ever. Okay. All right, that's all I can bear there. Let's take a look at the left-wing framing, the actual analysis of her beyond brown belt, loves science, likes to play with puppies, okay? Let's see who she really is, what her record really is. So I'm going to take a look at an article. This is from an article in Common Dreams, and this is this is an article by Brett Wilkins, but he's going to reference Code Pink co-founder Medea Benjamin and Nicholas Davies, noting some of her actual record here. So, okay, this is from a November 23rd article published in Common Dreams, and it's titled #Feminism Not Militarism. Peace groups blast Biden's DNI pick over links to drones, torture, and mass surveillance. So she's linked to drones, torture, mass surveillance. But don't worry, folks. She's the nicest person you ever met. Code Pink co-founder Medea Benjamin and Nicholas J.S. Davies recently noted that Avril Haines, quote, provided legal cover for CIA torture and, quote, worked closely, end quote, on the Obama administration's expanded drone policy. Okay? So she provided legal cover for torture and worked closely on the expanding the drone policy. But she's the nicest person you've ever met, okay? Look at her just yucking it up, okay? This is her in the middle, the woman in the middle here, standing up there. So that's Susan Rice that you're seeing next to her. And of course, Barack Obama there. Peace activists on Monday sounded the alarm over President-elect Joe Biden's pick for Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, citing her role in drone strike policy during Barack Obama's presidency and covering up torture perpetrated by members of the George W. Bush administration. Haines, as former deputy national security advisor and former deputy CIA director, worked closely with Obama and former CIA director John Brennan as the administration dramatically increased drone strikes. Quoting from, this is a quote from Code Pink, the statement that Code Pink put out, they said, quote, appointing a woman to be the director of national intelligence does not justify, atone, or excuse the U.S. intelligence community's murderous drone strikes and violent counterterrorism strategies. CIA Director Gina Haspel, as the New York Times noted, will report to Haines. So CIA Director Gina Haspel is another late hashtag girl boss who was named in the cables about she was named as one of the people responsible for the torture in Abu Ghraib. Okay. That's who Gina Haspel is. All right. And she was one of the few people that was explicitly named, and she was responsible for covering up the torture program under the George Bush administration. So that's who Gina Haspel is. But, you know, we got ladies in here, you know, hashtag feminism. All right, so Haspel had a role supervising the CIA's torture program, and Haines supported President Donald Trump's nomination of the agency chief in 2018. So Avril Haines supported Gina Haspel, Trump's pick to run the CIA. She supported that in 2018. She was supportive of Donald Trump picking Gina Haspel. So these people, they're all part of the same circles. They're all the same damn thing, all right? And this is who Joe Biden is putting in power. There's been no real pushback. This is the only, there's been no significant pushback against Avril Haines. She is still moving forward full steam ahead. There are other picks we're going to talk about tonight that have at least, they've had to pull back a little bit on. They have not pulled back an inch on Avril Haines because enough people just aren't speaking out about this. As the Daily Beast reported in July, Haines approved an quote, accountability board that spared CIA personnel reprisal for spying on the Senate's torture investigators and was part of the team that redacted their landmark report. Okay, so that's who Haines is. After the administration ended, Haines supported Gina Haspel for CIA director, someone directly implicated in CIA torture, a decision that remains raw amongst progressive activists. Until late June, she consulted for the Trump favorite data firm Palantir, which emerged from the CIA. Haines' nomination drew praise from Senator Bob Menendez, the ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, who said he was, quote, incredibly pleased by the pick, adding it sends, quote, a clear message of hope and support for American values to the world in choosing candidates who possess the qualifications, the demeanor, and the temperament to serve in leadership positions. To anyone who's not familiar with who Senator Bob Menendez is, that dude was in jail like 2 years ago. He literally just got out of jail for corruption. He was literally in this country where we have legalized bribery and you are allowed to legally bribe a politician. This fucking moron somehow still managed to get caught and arrested and convicted for corruption in this, a system that literally allows legal corruption. This moron still somehow was so damn corrupt. And he's a Democrat, okay? This is a Democrat from New Jersey. He is so damn corrupt that his ass went to jail for his corruption, okay? He popped out of jail and then won his goddamn seat back because that's the fucking system that we live under, okay? As long as you got enough money, it don't matter if you literally just got out of jail for corruption. You can still get your damn seat back in Congress. So this asshole, that's who's supporting her here. These are the people that are supporting her. Other centrist Democrats expressed similar sentiments. This is from Representative Susan DelBene, or DelBene. I don't know. These people I never heard of this person. So Representative Susan Delbene says, and that's what they like. They like us to never hear about them because they just like to fly under the radar where we don't see them. We don't see all the terrible stuff that they're doing. Anywho, Representative Susan Delbene says, government should represent the people it serves. I'm excited the Biden-Harris admin is building an experienced team by nominating Alejandro Mayorkas as the first Latino DHS secretary, Avril Haines as the first female intelligence chief, and Linda Thomas Greenfield as UN ambassador. That's a Black woman. Another one, Abigail Spanberger says, congratulations to Avril Haines on her nomination for Director of National Intelligence! Exclamation point. Haines is the experienced, crisis-tested leader we need leading the intelligence community. Politicians, press, and pundits took to Twitter to say that Haines is a really nice person. Zev Carlin Newman says, get yourself a DNI who is the brown belt in judo, built a plane, married her flying instructor, flew across the Atlantic, became a bookstore owner / community activist, nerds out on treaties, and is the nicest human alive. The nicest human alive that supported torture and drone strikes. Yes, that's the nicest person alive. Literally pull any fucking person off the street and they're a nicer person than the drone strike CIA torture backer. Like, get the miss me with this nonsense, people, please. So, peace and digital rights advocates. Haines also worked as a consultant for the surveillance state, and deportation-enabling tech firm Palantir Technologies had a decidedly different take on her selection. So those peace and digital rights advocates had a decidedly different take on her selection. Under the hashtag feminism not militarism, the women-led peace group Code Pink tweeted that, quote, appointing a woman to be the director of national intelligence does not justify, atone, or excuse the U.S. intelligence community's murderous drone strikes and violent counterterrorism strategies. In a Common Dreams op-ed earlier this month, Code Pink co-founder Medea Benjamin and co-author Nicholas Davies noted that, quote, Haines provided legal cover and worked closely with Obama and CIA Director John Brennan on Obama's tenfold expansion of drone killings. But she's the nicest person alive, y'all. Benjamin and Davies wrote that Haines taking a prominent position in the Biden administration would be just one more troubling failure to reorient U.S. foreign policy away from past mistakes. All right, so I think that gives you a good picture of who Avril Haines is, but also, more importantly, how she's covered in the mainstream media and by centrists and liberals, how the liberals respond to these sorts of picks. These are all the people that, again, we knew where they were going to be, out to goddamn brunch, and they're already out to damn brunch. I've seen on Twitter, I should have pulled up some examples of people saying, like, guys, just give Joe Biden a chance. He hasn't even been inaugurated. Give him a chance. Dude, are you kidding me? This is he's working right now. He's staffing his cabinet right now. When the hell is the right? They told us just wait till Trump is done. Wait till we defeat Trump. You got to wait till we defeat Trump. You can't help Trump win the election, right? Well, Trump has lost the election. That is absolutely clear. Trump has lost the election. He will leave or be removed from office. He ain't sticking around. There will be no coup. Trump's going. He's already said that he will, once the Electoral College certifies the vote, then he will willingly, voluntarily leave the office. All right. So Trump's gonna be gone, right? We're done with Trump. We beat Trump, right? Trump's over. Trump has been beaten, right? He's been defeated. Okay. Now what? Now what's their excuse? We're not helping Trump win anymore, so we should be allowed to criticize Biden, shouldn't we? No, they tell you. Don't criticize him now, folks. Give him a chance. He hasn't even started his job, and then once inauguration rolls around, what are they gonna say? He just got inaugurated, folks. Give him some time. How long is that gonna last? 3 months, 6 months, a year? They'll still be saying, guys, give him some time. Oh, wait, we're dealing with an economic depression that Donald Trump created. You got to give us some time to get out of this crisis. And then wait, midterms are coming up, y'all. You can't criticize Biden and in the horrible centrist anymore because you're going to damage the midterm elections. You're going to get Republicans elected. We're going to lose the House. Guys, you can't criticize Biden. So you can't criticize them for the first year. You're not going to be able to criticize them for the second year because those midterms are coming up. Once those midterms are over, what are they going to say then? We all know they'll have their excuses, okay? They will continue to produce these new excuses of what reasons why we can't. Oh, it's going to be Donald Trump is threatening to run in 2024, y'all. You can't help him. You can't help him anymore, all right? It's 2022. You can't help Donald Trump win in 2024, so we can't criticize Biden anymore. They're going to use it for attack ads. You can't do it, guys. So no matter what, they'll always find a reason. It always ends the same way. You can't criticize these terrible people, right? We always know how it ends.